Hello and welcome back into the Chrysler Center here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Second half between Michigan and Rutgers. The Scarlet Knights lead 57-49 over Michigan. I'm Alex Miller. Alongside me, Max Schwartz. You're listening to WCBN, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. And so far, Max, I mean, we've seen something of a barn burner. Rutgers with 57 points. They've shot 68% from the field, 53% from downtown. Just been an offensive masterpiece from the Scarlet Knights so far.
Yeah, we got ourselves a shootout here today. Rutgers really coming in hot after their 95-point performance against USC. The question for Rutgers all year has been, you know Harper and Bailey are special, but who outside of them is really going to step up? They haven't found that guy all year. The next leading scorer on the team is Jeremiah Williams with only 7 points per game, but they found that here tonight. Tyson Acuff, coming out of Eastern Michigan, is one of the leading scorers in college basketball last year. Tonight, he's been lethal, hitting 3 3-pointers, 11 points. They're also getting production from Jeremiah Williams, Somerville. If they continue at this rate, shooting 68% from the field, 53% from 3, they're going to have an easy night.
It's been a very balanced scoring effort. Acuff, Harper, and Bailey all with 11, and Williams with 8, Somerville with 7. And, you know, we got to talk about them. Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, we're both pretty much as advertised. Bailey made a couple of freakishly athletic plays in that first half. They both have 11 points. They're a big part of why Rutgers leads by the 8 that they do.
Yeah, you can see it just watching Ace Bailey, the length, the size, the speed. He's going to be a special player at the next level. Same with Dylan Harper, just the ability to get to that left, spin on a dime, get to his jump shot. Both those guys have been really great for Rutgers tonight, and they're going to need to lean on them if they want to win this game in the second half.
That they do. The only two guys who average double figures for this Rutgers team. And, you know, this is a very different team than Steve Peichel usually trots out. This is the, you know, in his years at Rutgers, they've never been above 69 points per game. They're averaging 76.7 this year. They're at 57 here and a half. Last time out against USC, they scored 95. That's the second most points Rutgers has ever scored in a half of basketball. And, you know, Michigan's just caught them at a time when this offense is figured out what they want to do and have been executing at a very high level. Yeah,
part of the questions they've been asking is, we know they have a lot of freshmen, Harper, Bailey, but outside of that, they have 4 freshmen in their starting lineup, Dylan Grant, Lathan Somerville, and it's about time that they're starting to round into form, finding chemistry offensively. They're coming off back-to-back wins against Washington, USC, both with very strong offensive performances in each, and tonight, just more of the same, really.
And on the Wolverines side, 2 double-digit scorers already at the half. Vlad Golden leads the way with 17. He's 7 for 9 from the field. He's got 4 boards. He's 3 for 3 at the stripe. Will Cheddar has 12, 2 for 3 from downtown, 4 for 5 from the field. If you're Michigan here, you trail by 8. Obviously, you've got to get stops. But on the offensive end, you keep playing through Golden. Is there somebody else you're looking for? What are you doing on the offensive side of the ball?
Golden's really been the key offensively so far, 17 points. He's been special both down low, both in creating looks for other players on the team. Michigan, I think what's been best for them so far is their cutting ability, finding easy chances down low, guys just running to the basket. That's where Michigan's really thrived all year. I want to see them continue to do that in the second half. But another thing is the shooting's got to improve. Michigan's three-point shooting has been a real concern over the last 10 games. Tonight, more of the same, only shooting 23% from 3. And if Michigan wants to hang in a shootout and Rutgers can keep putting up numbers like this, Michigan's going to need the three-point shot to fall. And that starts with Trey Donaldson, Namari Burnett, LJ Kaysen. They got to start making some threes and keep Michigan in this one.
More than anything, though, the Wolverines have to get stopped. Can't give up 57 points in 2 halves and expect to win a basketball game. But here we go. Both teams back on the floor to get underway. 20 minutes to play between Rutgers and Michigan. Scarlet Knights lead 57-49. Starters on the floor for both squads. For Michigan, that means Donaldson, Burnett, Wolf, Golden, and Gale Jr. And for the Scarlet Knights, that's Harper, Bailey, Grant, Somerville, and Williams. It's inbounded to the freshman Dylan Harper. Southpaw point guard gets a screen to his right from Somerville. Gets hedged by Golden. Now to Somerville at the free throw line. Lob, backdoor, and a stuff. Dylan Grant went the baseline. Alley-oop for an easy 2. 59-49 Rutgers, 19:40 to play. Donaldson sends it down to Golden on the left block. He barrels in and is fouled by Dylan Harper. That's his second.
Interesting note there on Rutgers' last possession. Michigan's been trying to hedge more on screens, having Golden step out, and that time Rutgers made him pay. Getting an easy alley-oop.
Golden will shoot at the stripe, and we were talking about it, you know, off the broadcast first half. Ace Bailey was the ball handler in a pick and roll, 4-5 pick and roll, sort of what Michigan runs on the other side, and you saw Wolf and Golden hedge it. As here comes Golden at the stripe today, 3 for 3 on the season. 72% shooter, gets the first one. 59-50 Rutgers. .1937 to play here in the second half. Golden bends the knees, second free throw up. No good off the back iron. Rebound, Ace Bailey. He'll leave it for Dylan Harper. 59-50 Rutgers, 19:30 to play. Harper has Roddy Gill Jr. on him. That's the matchup. Harper dribbles at the logo, gets a screen from Somerville to his right. It's once again hedged by Golden. Harper pushed out to the wing, now up top to Somerville. He'll take a long two, miss it short, rebound Vlad Golden. Roddy Gill Jr. will push it now into the left corner. Amari Burnett pump fakes, drives the baseline, elevates on the left side, hangs in the air, gets fouled, can't finish. And Amari Burnett earns himself 2 free throws. 59-50 Rutgers, 19:09 to play in the second half.
That was a deep two by Somerville on the last Rutgers possession. Not sure if that's the shot they want, but Somerville is a guy that can really extend the floor a little bit. Not the most physical presence down, though, but more of a finesse guy, and interesting to see him shooting a deep two.
Amari Burnett, 2 for 2 at the stripe today. On the season, 76%. Spins the basketball in front of him. Now takes his wide stance. Feet more than shoulder length apart for Burnett. First free throw up and no good. And you brought up that long two for Somerville. He was essentially, at the top of the key, behind the top of the key, but in front of the three-point line. You might as well just step back a foot and take the three-pointer.
Yeah, it was close. It was close to the three-point line. Interesting pick and pop there.
Burnett bends the knees. Second free throw is up and good. He splits the pair. 59-51 Rutgers, 19:09 to play. Dylan Harper will walk this ball up for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. He'll hand it off on the right wing to Jeremiah Williams, and he'll send it up top for Somerville. Vlad Golden sags off, cutting back doors. Bailey on the left side throws it back out to Somerville. He dribbles in the lane. About a 10-foot floater is good, just in front of the free throw line for Somerville. 61-51 Rutgers, 18:47 to play in the second half.
Talk about Somerville there. Unique ability to dribble up and step into his floater.
Golden off a pick and roll, lost the basketball. It's up ahead for Williams. Pass too long, tipped away by Burnett. Donaldson comes up with it. Baseball pass left side. Here comes Danny Wolf on the bounce. Golden just able to save it. Gets it to Burnett, left corner three. Good. Namari Burnett knocks down a corner triple in the left side. 61-54 Rutgers, 18:22 to play.
That's the shot Michigan needed. Get a three-point shot early. Get hot from three-point land.
Harper with Gale in his grill at half court, bounces it to Williams high on the right wing. Somerville sets him a screen to his left. Williams dribbles in, dumps it down to Somerville, right block. Golden on him. He puts the ball on the deck, turns it out, kicks it to Williams up top. He drives past Donaldson. Leaning shot is short from the lane. Donaldson the rebound. Michigan has a 3-on-1. Now Donaldson will slow it down. Wolf runs the floor down the right lane, puts it up, misses it off the right side of the glass. Rebound Ace Bailey. Here he comes the other way for Rutgers. Sends it to Harper. Down low Somerville. Golden rejects it, but a whistle blows. Somerville will shoot a pair. 61-54 Rutgers, 17:47 to play in the second half.
Unfortunate Michigan couldn't capitalize that last turnover into points. Had a 3-on-1, couldn't finish it though.
Showed a replay there of that foul called on Golden. He got a lot of basketball. He came through on the swat and got a little bit of the shoulder of Somerville, but that's a lot of basketball there.
Crowd is not happy about that one.
Somerville will shoot the pair. 84% shooter, knocks down the first. A really good number for a big man. 62-54 after the free throw.
Rutgers in general, a very strong free throw shooting team. Shot 92% last game against USC.
Somerville gets them both. 63-54 Rutgers. 17:47 to play here in the second half. Somewhat of a full court press here by the Scarlet Knights. It's across to Burnett. He's left alone on the left wing. Too strong in the three-pointer. Rebound Ace Bailey. He'll bring it up himself. Danny Wolf matches up with him. Bailey drives right, kicks into the corner. Pump fake there for Grant. No, he took the three and missed it too strong. Rebound bounces out to Namari Burnett. He'll bring it up the right side. Picks up his dribble on the wing. Now up top to Golden. Dribble handoff action. No, we'll toss it to Burnett on the right side. Burnett used the Golden screen up top. Kicks Danny Wolf. Open right wing three. Side steps to his left. Takes the shot. Misses it short. And the rebound is with Dylan Grant.
Back-to-back possessions. Michigan missing wide open threes. That's got to change for the Wolverines.
Dylan Harper tried to shake Namari Burnett. Now resets it out. Gets a screen from Somerville to his left. Drives in. Pull-up jumper from the mid-range. No good. Somerville got up for it and tipped it back in. 65-54 Rutgers. 16:52 to play here. Donaldson on the left wing for Michigan. Backdoor cut is Gale down the lane. Really more of a slot cut, and Roddy Gale Jr. is fouled. Missed the left-handed layup in the front of the cup. He'll shoot a pair. 65-54 Rutgers, 16:46 to play.
Yeah, so far you're seeing both these teams really like to play fast. You saw a lot of that in the first half, but just there was another prime example. Somerville gets the bucket. Michigan immediately down the floor. Donaldson hits a cutting Gale. Michigan wasted no time getting to their offensive set there, and I think they want to continue to do that here in the second half.
Roddy Gale Jr., 2 for 2 at the stripe so far today. 78% shooter on the season. Bends the knees, first free throw, rattles off. Got a big chunk of the rim, didn't drop. 65-54 Rutgers, 16:46 to play here in the second half.
And Michigan's been getting to the line, but not hitting from the charity stripe. That's now the third missed free throw already this half.
Will Cheddar in for Vlad Golden for Michigan. Zach Martini in for the Scarlet Knights, as is Tyson Akoff. And Bryce Dortch will also return for the Scarlet Knights. Akoff will bring the basketball up, has Donaldson on him, pats his head a couple times to set up this set, gives it to Martini up top. He'll skip her over Bailey on the left wing, tries to drive past Roddy Gale Jr., gets cut off toward the baseline. Now sends it up top to Dortch, who hands it off to Dylan Harper. Harper resets it out, has Will Cheddar on him, uses a screen from Bailey. Now drive down the lane, backdoor a lob, caught a piece of the rim. Dortch couldn't corral it. Outlet pass from Donaldson. Roddy Gale Jr. catches it, drives in, barrels into Martini. And a blocking foul called on Zach Martini. Roddy Gale Jr., I believe, will go right back to the stripe here.
They got the set they wanted their last possession. Great screen, freed up Harper, freed up both Bailey and I think a cutting Dortch. They just couldn't capitalize. But had him wide open for the alley-oop.
Foul will actually be on the floor on Martini, the blocking foul. So Michigan will have it on the baseline. And Davis returns for the Scarlet Knights. Inbound up top to Will Cheddar. He'll toss it to Amari Burnett on the left wing. He'll drive toward the baseline. Spin back into the lane. Now put it up on the left side. And the foul. Elevated right through the contact. Able to twirl it home. Big time and one for Amari Burnett.
Already the fifth foul in Rutgers early as half. We're not even 4 minutes in. But I mean, Amari Burnett, you're seeing some things tonight that you actually haven't seen from him recently. I think that's the third time where he's really had an aggressive take to the basket. And for a guy that's been a little quiet lately, and especially when the three ball's not falling, you love to see him just taking it right to the hoop.
65-57 Rutgers, 16:09 to play. Burnett, 3 for 4 on the day at the stripe. 76% shooter on the season. Got a lot of the rim before it decided to drop on home. 7-point game, 65-58 in favor of the Scarlet Knights. 16:05 to play. And Jamichael Davis will bring it up, and the Chrysler Center's as loud as it's been all evening. Davis drives past a screen down the left side, puts it up over Will Cheddar, can't finish. Bailey nearly stuffed it back on the follow. He didn't, it went out of bounds on the right side. It'll go with Michigan. Timeout on the floor, under 16, 65, Rutgers 58, Michigan. You know, after the additional 4 minutes, Michigan a little bit tighter here. What have you seen so far in the second half?
So far, what I've liked on the Michigan offensive side is they're continuing to do what they did in the first half of really like forcing the issue down low. Burnett's been willing to do that. Gale, so far, been led to a lot of Rutgers fouls, and Michigan hasn't been capitalizing on the free throw shots that they've been offered, but I like the aggressiveness and really pushing the envelope down low. The concern is still the three-point shooting. Burnett hit that one, but Michigan after that's had a couple wide open looks, failed to capitalize, and those are the ones you really want back.
Burnett had that three-pointer. He also had a strong take that you mentioned, and we've seen him put the ball on the deck a few times. As you said, you know, on the season, he's much more of a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's been aggressive here. He's got 13, 4 for 7 from the field, even though he's 1 for 4 from downtown. He's 4 for 5 from the stripe. That's a guy that can shoot the basketball, space the floor for a Michigan team that has really played through Vlad Golden in the post tonight.
Yeah, and he really offers another layer to his game when he's willing to take it to the rack. And you don't normally see this out of Burnett, but so far they've been like strong, confident drives, forcing contact, getting good looks. I think it's an important part of the Michigan offensive game when you have another guy that's able to take the ball to the basket, be a ball handler, especially when sometimes it feels like the ball handling impetus is just put on guys like Wolf and Donaldson. But when Burnett's able to do that, it opens up the Michigan offense a lot.
That it does, and same with Will Cheddar, another guy that can shoot the basketball off the bench. We didn't really talk about it, but First half, you saw Will Cheddar play alongside Golden and Wolf. You saw that a little bit against Nebraska last time out. They were in a 2-3 zone for parts with those three guys at the bottom of the zone. That's a big, long defensive unit. And Cheddar shot the ball well enough to play the three. It's not the quickest lineup you can field, but it's a big, sizable one on defense.
Yeah, I'm actually a big fan of that lineup, getting the size defensively, being able to put them in the 2-3, put Wolf, Cheddar, Golden all down low, block out all the area inside. And then on offense, Cheddar is a guy you said can stretch the floor, shoot the three ball. I think some of the concern with this lineup could just come off turnovers. With it being a little bit more of a slower lineup, Michigan really needs to make sure that if those three guys are on the court together, they're not forcing turnover, they're not creating turnovers, because that's leading to easy chances for Rutgers down the hoop.
And Rutgers obviously still early here in the second half. In the first half, shot it at 68% from the field. After 4 minutes in half two, 37.5% here to begin the second half.
Rutgers still finding ways to score as far as they're winning this game. And it doesn't have to be Bailey or Harper. They're getting production from the other guys.
You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio, the University of Michigan. Back to action here, under 16 media timeout. And Amari Burnett looks to get it in from the sideline. Full court press on, man-to-man here from Rutgers. 65-58 Rutgers, 15:48 to play. It's across the timeline in the hands of Trey Donaldson. He'll send it up top for Will Cheddar. Now back over to Roddy Gill Jr. on the right wing. Lob pass inside to Golden, who goes to the floor. He got pulled down by Martini. Second foul in just as many minutes for Martini.
And that's now the 6th foul on Rutgers to start this half. We got 15:38 remaining, and they're one away from ending up in the bonus.
In a game like this that is certainly still in play with this amount of time left, Michigan trailing by 7, that could be a huge advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, encouraging sign for Michigan. It's just a matter of whether they're going to be able to hit their free throws.
Martini checks out, seems to have a little bit of a limp as Michigan gets this into Gill Jr. on the elbow, drives on the right side, rejected by Ace Bailey, out to Donaldson right corner. Now to Burnett up top, back to Donaldson on the right wing. Donaldson uses a screen from Golden to his left, kicks it out, Roddy Gill Jr. He'll fire a top of the key three and miss it well off to the right side. Rebound for Rutgers. Tyson Acuff will slow things down. He had a strong first half at 11 off the bench. He'll leave it for Jamichael Davis up top. Davis had 20 last time these two teams matched up. He'll swing it all the way to the other corner. Handoff action for Acuff. Open left wing three. No good off the heel. And it is almost saved by Bryce Dortch, but he just stepped on the baseline. Michigan basketball, 65-58 Rutgers, 15:03 to play. Roddy Gill Jr. will bring the basketball up. Ace Bailey will match up with him in the front court. Over to Will Cheddar, left wing. He'll hand it off behind him to Trey Donaldson on the left wing. Gets a screen from Golden to his right, picks up his dribble top of the key. Gill Jr. now on the left wing. Jabs right, drives left, dumps it off. Golden wide open underneath the basket. Lost the basketball, and it's squeezed by Lathan Somerville. He'll leave it for Harper, who'll push the floor. Down the lane, elevates into Cheddar, banks it off the glass, can't finish, but he is fouled. Dylan Harper will go to the stripe. 65-58 Rutgers, 14:40 to play.
Another sloppy play, and the Michigan turnover issue continues. And part of why Rutgers has so many points this game is their ability to capitalize off Michigan turnovers. Golden lost it there, and Harper just able to push the envelope and get a foul down low.
Cheddar was a little bit slow to get up there. It's a pat on the back from a referee as he stands in on the block to box out here. Harper will go to the stripe. Rutgers is without a point in over 2 minutes. That should change here as Harper shoots a pair. 2 for 3 on the day for Dylan Harper. 75% shooter on the season. The southpaw bends the knees, puts it up. First one rattles in and out. 65-58 Rutgers, 14:40 to play in the second half. Harper slumps the shoulders, bends the knees, second free throw. Also rattles in and out, he missed the pair. That drought rolls on, over 2 minutes long for Rutgers. They still lead by 7, 14:35 to play. Will Cheddar catches left wing, open three-pointer. No good, in and out for Cheddar. Rebound Ace Bailey. Bailey will bring the basketball up, he stands 6'10". He can handle it and pass it. Picks up his dribble, left wing, swings it to the corner. There's Jamichael Davis, one dribble into a pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Amari Burnett. Burnett will push it up the right side, get a screen from Cheddar. Now back to the basket on Davis. He'll spin around to the lane, turnaround shot, banks it home from around 10 feet out. Another aggressive look from Damari Burnett, gets a 2. We've got a 5-point game, 65-60 Rutgers, 14 to play here in the second half.
Burnett turning to a big-time shot creator in this second half. Michigan really needs this.
Dylan Harper gets a screen from Somerville to his right, fires it into the corner. Acuff sidesteps to his left, puts up a three-pointer, and he's got it. Big-time answer for Tyson Acuff. He's got 14 off this Rutgers bench.
And that's his 4th of the night. Tyson Acuff making Michigan pay.
Roddy Gale Jr. handles it on the right wing, sends it up top. Burnett pump fakes, now drives to the lane, plays off 2 feet, and he traveled. He lost his step as he tried to jump stop, fell to the floor, tried to throw the basketball out to Gale Jr., but traveled first. We'll go with Rutgers.
A little overzealous there from Burnett. Playing strong, confident ball. Like that he's still playing with his head down, willing to take it to the basket, but didn't work out there.
Wolf and Kaysen come in for Gale Jr. and Golden. With Dylan Harper on the right wing, gets a screen from Ace Bailey. Damari Burnett switches on to Harper. Now up top for Somerville. He fires it into the post to Bailey, who had Donaldson on him. Wolf came over to help, and there's a foul called. They'll put that on Trey Donaldson, who was trying to box Bailey away from that basketball. 68-60 Rutgers, 13-15 to play. Rutgers basketball on the baseline.
All Michigan could really do is foul there. When you have a mismatch like that with Trey Donaldson sized up against Ace Bailey down low, one-on-one, fouling is your best option.
Jeremiah Williams in there for Jamichael Davis for Rutgers. He'll be the trigger man. Will Williams looks to get it in, gets it to Somerville at the free throw line. He sends it out to Dylan Harper. He's got Danny Wolf on him over to the right wing to Williams. Now on to the short corners. Ace Bailey backs down to Marnette, gets a double, puts it into Somerville. LJ Kaysen had to cut him off and commits the foul. Somerville will go to the stripe.
Strong cut there by Somerville. Notice that Michigan sent the double team at Bailey. Took it right to the basket.
68-60 Rutgers, 13:03 to play in the second half. Somerville stands to the stripe. Today he's 5 for 5 on the season. He's an 84% shooter, really excellent for a big man, especially a big man who really doesn't shoot the three. First free throw, nothing but net, 69-60 Rutgers.
Somerville tied for Rutgers' leading scores with 14 on the night.
Somerville takes 3 dribbles, spins the basketball in his hand, bends the knees, puts it up. Got them both. He's 7 for 7 on the day. 70-60 Rutgers, 13 to play here. And a man-to-man press on for the Scarlet Knights. Damari Burnett dribbles it across half court over to Danny Wolf on the right wing. Wolf gets a screen from Cheddar to his right. Now drives it left. He's into the lane at the free throw line. Picks up his dribble, bounces to Cheddar on the right block. He'll put it up too strong off the glass. Rebound Williams. He'll push it up to Acuff, who nearly lost the handle. Now he'll settle it down on the left wing for Rutgers. Leave it for Dylan Harper up top. Has Wolf on him. Harper pull up 3. The long gun. No good. Rebound Will Cheddar. Trey Donaldson will push it up to Wolf on the left side. He'll drive in. Euro step move. And can't make it. Had a bunny in front of the cup. Missed it off the left side. 70-60 Rutgers. 12:22 to play. It's with Jeremiah Williams. He'll drive the basketball in the left lane. Get to the corner. Acuff sidestep. Step back 3 to his right on the wing. No good. Tough shot. Bailey skies for the rebound on the right block. Puts it on the floor now. Looks around. Gets it to Somerville right in front of the cup. He puts it up. About a 4-foot floater for Somerville is good. 72-60 Rutgers. 12:02 to play second half. Donaldson now on the left wing. Gets a screen from Wolf. Up top to Wolf. He'll dump it off to Cheddar, who rolls to the cup and elevates and finishes right in front. 72-62 Rutgers. 11:52 to play. Dylan Harper will walk up the basketball for the Scarlet Knights. Damari Burnett matches up with him. Now he'll toss it to Jeremiah Williams on the left wing. Ace Bailey awaits to set him a screen. He slips it. Now a screen from Somerville up top. Williams drives in, slashes toward the cup, spins around. Left-handed shot. No good. A toughie there about 6 feet out. Rebound Donaldson. Push it ahead to Cheddar, and he turned it over. Tried to throw it to the corner to Damari Burnett. Dylan Harper jumped it. Here comes Harper the other way for Rutgers. He'll slow it down up top. Now crossover on Burnett. Drive left side. Hangs in the air and floats it home. Couple words afterward, too, from Dylan Harper. 74-62 Rutgers. 11:14 to play here in the second half. Timeout on the floor.
Michigan just looks a little uncomfortable out there playing at this speed. Even though this speed, the quickness, the pace should favor Michigan's game, but right now it's really leaning in the direction of Rutgers. Their offense looks comfortable, confident, getting into their sets quickly, creating good looks. Michigan, on the other hand, just looks rushed. Their shots, their passes. I think offensively they want to slow it down a bit, just doing a little too much, and that's leading to easy Rutgers baskets on the other end.
With this Michigan team, you always want to keep an eye on the turnover number. They lead the Big Ten in turnovers. That number sits at 11 so far today compared to the 7 of Rutgers. Rutgers by 12, 74-62, 11-14 to play here in the second half. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Say hello to the broadcast cam. It is not centered. That's probably on me. Hello, folks. Alex Miller, Max Schwartz alongside me. Happy to be back in the Chrysler Center. Day before spring break officially gets started. Crowds trickled in, a little bit quiet here, but late night game kicks out some families, and some students have gone home, I'm sure.
Yeah, a little bit of a quieter crowd, especially coming after Michigan's last home game against Michigan State, which was quite the boisterous environment.
That it was.
This one feels a little more subdued, but they're really going to need this crowd to get back in it if they want to create a 12-point comeback.
I mean, Rutgers is sitting with 74 points with 11-14 to play. That's a little bit off the blistering pace they had in the first half. They stood at 57 after half number 1. But it's just been a really impressive showing from Rutgers. On the game, they're at 57% from the field, 45% from downtown, 9 for 20 there. They're 11 for 15 at the stripe. Michigan, 50% from the field, only 22% from downtown, 4 for 18. And that's the big difference in this ballgame, what you can do beyond the arc.
So far in the second half, I feel like more of the difference has actually been down low.
Yeah.
Layson Somerville is coming to his own and playing real strong ball, getting boards, creating good looks for himself. Ace Bailey also is athletic phenom, getting offensive boards as well. It's tough, especially with Golden out of the game. Michigan not able to command the paint defensively the way they'd want to, and I feel like Cheddar's been a little bit exposed by Somerville so far this half.
This is a really good offensive rebounding team, Rutgers. They're in the middle of the Big Ten in rebounds at large. They're 4th on the offensive board category. Big part of that is Ace Bailey with his athleticism. And the other thing with Somerville's game is not only is he an impact player on the glass and he's had a couple finishes, he's 7 for 7 at the stripe. You cannot foul him.
Rare to see a guy of his size shooting at the free throw line like that. And I think part of the concern for Michigan coming into the second half is you don't want to. I don't think they want to play in a shootout like they were in the first half. And so far, Rutgers hadn't really showed signs of slowing down, and Michigan just been unable to keep at that rampant pace.
74-62 Rutgers, 11-14 to play here in the second half. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Wolverines have on the floor Gale Jr., Donaldson, Kaysen, Golden, and Wolf. For the Scarlet Knights, it's Acuff, Williams, Harper, Bailey, and Emmanuel Abole in there for the first time in the second half. Williams matches up with Donaldson. Full court, he gets it across on the left side. Now gets a screen from Golden. He pulls up for 3 behind it, off to the right wing. No good. Rebound, Dylan Harper. Harper will push it up the right side. Now gets a screen from Abole to his left. He'll slip it home. Golden hedged it. Harper will slow things down, set it up. Shake and bake crossover on Roddy Gale Jr. Drives down the left side, banks it, can't spin it home. And the rebound will stay with the Scarlet Knights. Up here, it looked like it went off the knee of Emmanuel Abole. I believe they're going to take a look at this here. 10:45 to play in the second half. Is there no review at this point in the game? Because I always see the fingers go up from players. But I don't believe you can review here.
Unclear what exactly is happening. Well, that's part of what you get from having Abole in the game for Rutgers. If that really is Rutgers' ball, he's just a dominant presence on the boards. That's really what he's in the game for. And that's what he did right there. Should have been a clean rebound opportunity for Michigan. Abole gets down there, and now they might get to retain possession.
74-62 Rutgers, 10:45 to play here in the second half. Another media timeout after one just moments ago, the under 12.
A guy I think Michigan really wants to mark right now on their board is Danny Wolf. Michigan 62 points, left 74. We know they need to inspire some sort of comeback right now. And Wolf shooting 2 of 6, only 5 points tonight. He's not normally the most prolific scorer. The main key on this offense is Vlad Golden, and he's shown that tonight. But you need a little bit more out of Wolf. Because right now, it seems like no one really outside of Golden and a little bit of Burnett is really showing any type of scoring prowess. And a guy like Danny Wolf is the guy Michigan normally wants to lean on in these situations. And they're going to have to find shots from somewhere, and I think that has to start with Danny Wolf.
And Wolf, obviously, another guy that can create for his teammates. Only has 2 assists today. Played 23 minutes.
and a little quiet on the offensive side. You're right, you're saying that the Michigan offense, even if he's not scoring all the points, he's normally the assist guy, the guy facilitating the offense. I feel like he's often gone a little bit invisible in this game. And so far, the other guards, Kaysen, Donaldson, Gale, really just putting up bad shots and not doing enough to keep Michigan in this.
Michigan breaks the huddle first. All 5 Wolverines down. The near side basket to us. It'll be Rutgers basketball on the baseline. Donaldson, Wolf, Gale Jr., LJ Kaysen, and Vlad Golden for Michigan. 74-62 Rutgers, 10:45 to play here in the second half. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Thanks for sticking with us here in this one. It's been a fun ball game, a lot of offense, especially on the Rutgers side. Scarlet Knights will have it on the baseline. Bailey will be the inbounder. He's joined on the floor by Abole, Williams, Acuff, and Harper. They're all lined up at the lane on the left side. See what set comes from that. Bailey, the trigger man. He'll get it in on a bounce there to Williams. Up top to Harper on the left wing. Now to Bailey, top of the key. Fires over the top of Roddy Gale Jr. a long two. No good. Rebound Vlad Golden off the front side. LJ Kaysen pushes the floor, bumps into Williams, and he got fouled. Lost the basketball. A foul on the floor on Jeremiah Williams.
I think that puts Michigan in the bonus now, actually.
Yes, it does.
Early
Foul number 7 with 10:32 to play here in the second half. LJ Kaysen will shoot the 1-and-1. Big front end coming up here.
These are the ones that have to go in if you want to stay in this game.
Kaysen has shot the free throw at 90% this season. Not a ton of volume for the freshman. He's been very good there in his first campaign. Very staggered stance for Kaysen. Missed the first free throw well off the right side, and a foul underneath on Danny Wolf as Ace Bailey boxed him out. It's Wolf's second personal.
Uncomfortable free throw there.
5th team foul on Michigan. Rutgers will push it up against a 1-2-2 full court press for Michigan. It's across the timeline with Harper high on the right wing. Gets a screen from Ace Bailey. Vlad Golden is totally switched on to Bailey here. He'll take him on an island in the right corner. Now skip it all the way to the other corner for Acuff. Roddy Gale Jr. on him. Acuff puts it on the floor. Back to the basket now. Working on Roddy Gale Jr. Takes a very tough 2 over Gale Jr. No good. Came up short. Rebound Danny Wolf. He'll leave it for Trey Donaldson. 74-62 Rutgers. 10 minutes to play here in Ann Arbor. Donaldson sets things up for the block M. Tossed it over to Danny Wolf on the left wing. He has Acuff on him. It's a screen from Golden. Switched on as Abole. Bounce pass into Golden underneath. Had a good seal. Puts it up left hand, left side. 74-64 Rutgers. 9:45 to play in the second half.
Michigan getting back to what worked for them the first half. Working through. Vlad going down low.
Dylan Harper has it up top. Danny Wolf, the man on him right now in the half court. New look for Michigan. They'll give it to Ace Bailey now. He'll get a screen from Abole. Fire a three-pointer behind it. No good off the heel. Rebound swatted out. Roddy Gale Jr. nearly squeezed it. Now it's with Danny Wolf on a bounce. He'll push up the right side. Take it himself. Scoops it up. No good. Kaysen on the follow. He goes to the floor, but got it to go off the glass from the right side. 74-66 Rutgers. 9:09 to play. 8-point ball game.
Kaysen bailed out a pretty bad take there by Wolf. Great putback.
Dylan Harper up top. This time LJ Kaysen matches up with him. He'll get a screen from Abole to his left. It's hedged by Golden. Now into the elbow for Bailey. Pocket pass to the rolling Abole. Swatted off the glass by Golden on the left side. Here comes Donaldson. Bounce to Gale Jr. Reverse layup is good. Roddy Gale Jr. wrapped it around with some English. 74-68 Rutgers. 8:40 to play. We might just have ourselves a ball game here in Ann Arbor. Dylan Harper, left wing, hands it to Ace Bailey. LJ Kaysen switches on him. Up top to Abole, now right wing, Jeremiah Williams. Williams to Harper up top, drives in, floater from the right elbow. Toilet bowls in and out, no good. Rebound Roddy Gale Jr. He'll push it up the left side for Michigan. Drive down, went behind the back, lost the basketball. It ends up with Jeremiah Williams. He'll push it up, one-on-one with Kaysen. Euro step, Golden came back to reject it off the glass on the left side. Saves with Rutgers, out to Ace Bailey. He'll skip it off to Williams. Now up top, Dylan Harper. He'll settle things down. 74-68 Rutgers. Harper drives the lane, dump off to Abole. He'll wrap around underneath, can't put it up. Out to Williams. Bobble the catch on the right wing. lost his dribble, inside of Bole, right block, pump fakes, now goes up and misses, too strong. Vlad Golden the rebound, and he is fouled. Bole got a piece of his face. Some strong work, a pair of blocks, and a couple rebounds for Vlad Golden. Brings us to the under 8 media timeout. Rutgers 74, Michigan 68. 7:49 to play here in Ann Arbor. 6-0 Michigan run. Rutgers with a drought of nearly 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Vlad Golden being the anchor both offensively and defensively. Incredible setup there. 2 blocks. Great defense at the end there on a Bole. Vlad Golden really igniting this crowd. Michigan on a 6-0 run. Hope they can continue on that.
74-68 Rutgers. 7:49 to play. So Rutgers is 0 for their last 8 from the field, 1 for their last 10. Scoring drought of 3 minutes, 25 seconds. This Michigan defense, we've seen these last couple of possessions throw a bunch of different looks at Dylan Harper. We saw Wolf on him for a possession. We saw Kaysen on him for a possession, mixing it up. And it staggered this Rutgers offense a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, interesting the way it's working. They do have matchup flexibility, and they're really throwing anything they got at Harper. And it's worked the last couple minutes. Rutgers, 1 of their last 10 from the field, scoring drought at 325. Michigan, that was the first time they've really shown some life in this game, got the crowd back in it. Felt like before that they were just lulling, working at Rutgers' pace, not really making a difference on the floor. That was the first time all game we've really seen Michigan start to dictate what's happening on the floor, and that led to some great transition buckets and amazing defense from Vlad Golden.
Once again, we'll say hello to the folks at home on the broadcast cam. Alex Miller alongside me, Max Schwartz, TJ Fossmeyer, and James Meninga. How does this camera keep waddling away from you? What's with this? But there we go. But anyway, TJ Fossmeyer, James Meninga had a great first half for WCBN. Now a tighter ball game. Rutgers had a phenomenal first half offensively. Michigan found a way to put some stops together. Michigan leads the second half 19-17 here.
And that was going to dictate the second half. Can Michigan find a way to get stops? The first half that wasn't happening. Now they seem to be making their mark. Rutgers missed their last 8 field goals. Michigan's going to need to continue on that. Keep pounding Dylan Harper. Vlad Golden being in the game and being that incredible paint presence that he's been is going to be essential if they want to keep getting stops. And then on the other end, it's just capitalizing on these looks. Wolf's still been a little off. Donaldson hasn't really brought it. Players on Michigan outside of Vlad Golden are going to have to finish these looks. Michigan wants to come back here.
7:49 to play here in the second half. 74 Rutgers, 68 Michigan. On the floor for Michigan, Donaldson, Kaysen, Gale Jr., Wolf, and Golden. Golden's at the stripe for a 1-and-1. He got fouled on the other end of the floor off a rebound. Today at the stripe, Vlad Golden is 4 for 5 on the season. The 72% shooter. And a moment of pause here as they'll mop up a spot near the Rutgers bench. For the Scarlet Knights on the floor, it's Somerville, Jamichael Davis, Zach Martini, Ace Bailey, and Jeremiah Williams. Last time Michigan on their 17th foul was in the bonus. LJ Kaysen missed the front end of the 1-and-1. See if Golden can do a little bit better here. 4 for 5 on the day. Bends the knees. First free throw is good for Vlad Golden. 74-69, 7:49 to play. 5-point game here in Ann Arbor. Rutgers with the lead. Golden takes a deep breath. 2 dribbles the basketball, bends the knees, ball over his head, and knocks down the second free throw as well. 4-point ball game. 74-70 in favor of Rutgers. 1-2-2 press on here in the full court for Michigan. And the Chrysler Center rises to its feet. Jeremiah Williams has it. He'll dribble across the timeline. Leave it behind him for Jamichael Davis. He'll keep Roddy Gale on his hip now. Reset it up top. Gale Jr. harasses him all the way to the logo. Now over to Somerville up top. Somerville surveys. Hands it off behind him for Davis. Over to Martini on the right wing. Back to Davis up top. Jamichael Davis surveys. Still has his dribble. Bounces it up top for Somerville. He'll put it on the floor, sidestep, thought about a jumper, leans in, no foul, airballed it short. Bailey, the rebound, puts it up, no good. Shot clock violation.
Great defensive possession there from Michigan. Somerville tried to create on the end, hounding defense for both Wolf and Golden, forced the airball. 9 straight misses for Rutgers now.
LJ Kaysen will bring it up for Michigan. The Wolverines trail by 4, 7-11 to play here in the second half. Kaysen gets a screen from Wolf, drives the ball right lane, banks it too strong. Golden went up for a follow attempt from the front side, couldn't corral it. Bounced off the backboard, rebound Williams, push it up to Ace Bailey, right wing. Pump fakes, step back corner, 3 on the right side. Comes up short, just grazes the rim. Rebound Trey Donaldson, he'll push the pace up the middle. Bounce pass ahead, Gale Jr. All he could do was throw it behind his back, couldn't get to the basketball. Jeremiah Williams the other way, he'll slow it up right wing, skip it over Martini. Left corner 3 in front of his bench is an air ball, way too strong. Somerville the rebound on the right block, outside to Williams. 74-70 Rutgers. 13 on the shot clock for Williams. Horn set, screen to either side. Sends it to Martini now around to the corner to Ace Bailey in the left corner in front of his bench. Bounce to Somerville on the left block. Spins, fadeaway jumper, no good off the back iron. Rebound Golden. This drought for Rutgers is over 4 minutes and 30 seconds. They're 0 for their last 12. Donaldson walks it up into the forecourt for Michigan. 74-70 Rutgers. 6:10 to play here in the Chrysler Center. Donaldson sends it to Wolf on the left wing. He's got Martini on him. Screen from Vlad Golden. Somerville switches on to Wolf. Wolf crosses over. Now slows it down. Back to the basket on the left elbow. Drives down the right side. Plays off 2 feet. Pump fakes. Banks it home on the right side. 2-point game. Danny Wolf takes it himself. 74-72 Rutgers. 5:48 to play here in Ann Arbor.
That's a take you want to see from Danny Wolf. Not rushing it, slowing it down, getting into his shot, getting an easy layup to go.
JaMychal Davis sets it up at the logo. Now walks it over to the left side, and he takes a timeout. Steve Peichel wants a timeout. His team's lead at its largest was 13. Now it is 2. 74-72 Rutgers. 5:37 to play here in the second half.
And whatever Rutgers magic they had going in the first half on these shots doesn't really seem to be there anymore. Golden been incredible down low, but also Rutgers' guards just not having the same ability to penetrate off the dribble that they were early on. And now we're seeing 0 of the last 12 field goals being made. Michigan's defense really turned it around here, and that's really what's inspired this comeback.
And, you know, it was pretty obvious at halftime. If Michigan was going to win this ball game, it had to happen on the defensive side. We've seen that over the last bunch of minutes. A drought of 5 minutes and 37 seconds for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, and they need to get Harper back in the game,
get
the ball back in his hands. He's really the key to this offense. And when he's not on the floor and the other guards are being stymied, their ability to create is just so limited. Like what they've been trying to do over the last couple minutes, really working a little too much through Somerville. He's getting hounded by Golden. He's trying fadeaways, a little bit of everything. That's not the offense they want. Get Harper back in, have the offense run through him, and let him lead the charge.
Worth pointing out, LJ Kaysen has been in there for a long time. He's still in. He's played 21 minutes. He hounds JaMychal Davis at half court off the inbound. Davis picks up a dribble, bounces it to Somerville on the left wing. Into a dribble handoff action to Harper. Long pull-up 2, top of the key, knocks it down. But a foul on the floor underneath. Somerville knocked over Golden. So Golden will go shoot the 1-and-1 on the 9th team foul. The basket will count for Dylan Harper. So it's 76-72 Rutgers. Vlad Golden will shoot the 1-and-1. 5:24 to play here in the second half.
And they immediately got the look they wanted. Harper back in the game. Somerville set a good pick, freed him up. Nice mid-range jumper.
Third foul on Somerville. Golden 6 for 7 at the stripe today on the season, 72%. Takes a pair of dribbles, bends the knees, puts up the front end, missed it short. Rebound Danny Wolf on the right block. Puts it on the floor, kicks it out. Donaldson across to Amari Burnett, left wing. Drives it to the right side around Martini. Lowers the shoulder, can't put it up over the big man. And bounce it to Golden, but first a foul called on Martini. He's not happy about it. Burnett initiated a lot of that contact. Foul number 3 on Martini.
I don't know about that foul call. It's hard to totally see from this angle, but it seemed more like Burnett lost his footing than Martini really pushed it.
And that's team foul number 10 on Rutgers. Amari Burnett will shoot the double bonus pair here, down by 4, 76-72 Rutgers, 5:15. Burnett today at the stripe, 4 for 5. He bends the knees, puts up the front end, knocks it down, make it 5 for 6 on the day. 3-point game, 76-73 Rutgers. Burnett on the season, 76% at the charity stripe. Ace Bailey will check back in for Martini for Rutgers. Keep an eye on the fouls. Harper has 3, so does Somerville, and so does Martini, who just went to the bench. So does Jeremiah Williams on the bench for Rutgers. Burnett spins the basketball in front of him, now spins it in his palm, bends the knees. Second free throw, the double bonus shot is good. He got them both. 2-point game, 76-74 Rutgers. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to play here in the Chrysler Center. Davis to Acuff, who's in there. He'll push it across the timeline. Boy, that was an over and back. He stepped in the line before throwing it back to Davis. No whistle. Davis has it up top with Donaldson on him at half court. Bounced it over to Ace Bailey, high on the right wing with Danny Wolf on him. Screen from Somerville to his left. Golden switches on to Bailey. Bailey in and out dribble. Pull up long two. No good off the right side. Tries to run down his own rebound. He cannot. It goes out of bounds on the baseline. 76-74 Rutgers. 4:47 to play and another stop for this Michigan defense. Will Cheddar will check in for Danny Wolf here. Or excuse me, for Vlad Golden. Wolf will stay on. He's just chatting with Dusty May in front of the scorer's table. So for Michigan, it's Burnett, Donaldson, Kaysen, who has been in there for a long time. He's played 22 minutes. Cheddar and Wolf. Full court man-to-man press on here for Rutgers. They have Bailey, Harper, Acuff, Williams, and Somerville on the floor. Kaysen has the basketball nearly to half court, throws it to the left side. There's Burnett across half court, into the middle. Wolf with the free throw line, bounce it down. Cheddar left block, finishes with the right hand, and we are all square at 76. 4:30 to play here in Chrysler.
And that's the best Michigan has looked breaking the press all game. It's really been causing them havoc, but great pass in there to open it up.
76 all, 4:22 to play. Harper drives down from the left wing, reverses on the right side and finishes with his offhand. Strong move for Dylan Harper. 78-76 Rutgers. It's with Danny Wolf in the corner. He's got Harper on him, backs him down on the left block, spins around, picks up his dribble, uses his pivot foot, took a bump from Harper on the floor. Dylan Harper not happy with the call. Foul blows anyway. Team foul 11 on Rutgers. Wolf will shoot the double bonus. And that's fourth foul on Dylan Harper. With over 4 minutes to play, 4 minutes and 3 seconds, that's 4 fouls on Rutgers' best guard.
That was a bad foul to take, too. We had Wolf a little off balance, trying to find someone not worth pressing up there too much. And he kind of got caught, and now he's got 4 fouls. Got to be careful.
Wolf 1 for 2 at the stripe on the day. On the season, a 62.6% shooter. Bends the knees. First free throw is up and no good off the right side. He has not shot the free throws well all year long. Vlad Golden checks back in for Will Cheddar. 78-76 Rutgers. 4:03 to play here in the second half. Danny Wolf looks to split the pair here in the double bonus. 5 team fouls on Michigan. They have a couple more to give before Rutgers gets in the single bonus. Wolf bends the knees. Second free throw is up and rattles off. And the rebound goes off on Amari Burnett underneath. It'll go with Rutgers. Wolf missed the pair down by 2. Rutgers leads 78-76. 4:02 to play here in the second half.
Free throws continue to be a struggle for the Wolverines. 20-30 tonight.
Diamonds press on for Michigan. It gets across to Bailey. Now bounce to Williams on the right wing. Williams guarded by Burnett, has yet to put the basketball on the floor. Now does to his right, gets a screen from Bailey. Toss it to Bailey in the right corner with Wolf on him. Bailey, shimmy shake, drive to the right, hangs in the air, can't reverse it. Couldn't finish. Rebound, Danny Wolf. Here comes Donaldson, he'll push it up. Picks up his dribble, top of the key, sends it to Wolf, right wing. Hands it back to Donaldson up top. He'll slow it down on the right wing. Gets a screen from Wolf, doesn't use it, rejects it, crosses over right, hangs in the air, kicks it out to Burnett on the left wing. He'll shake and bake to the left. Now on a Golden on the left block. Guarded by Somerville. Golden, ball on the floor with his right hand, turned it over. Williams came over to help and just took it away. 78-76 Rutgers, 3:14 to play. We still await the under 4 media timeout here. So the next stoppage will be a timeout on the floor. It's with Harper up top. 78-76 Rutgers, 3:02 to play. Harper sends it over to Somerville on the left wing, hands it over to Acuff. He dribbles into a three-pointer, misses it too strong. Rutgers cannot buy a three-pointer here in the late minutes. 78-76 Rutgers, 2:48 to play. And a timeout taken by Dusty May. Under 4 media timeout with 2:45 to play in the second half. 78 Rutgers, 76 Michigan.
Michigan playing this one like they do all their games. Tight until the very end. Want to see them continue to work through Golden. Well, I thought Wolf's play has improved over the last couple of minutes, creating more looks for his teammates. And Amari Burnett's been a great player tonight, just really talked about this a lot, but like forcing the issue a lot more, getting himself to the line, getting looks down low. I think the area of concern has been Trey Donaldson. We've seen this lately, struggling against strong defensive guards. And when he doesn't have the ability to create, it really slows down Michigan offense a lot, because then it becomes overly reliant on the creation of Danny Wolf. But Michigan's right there, only down by 2. They're getting their looks. Just got to be careful with the ball. Don't turn it over. Don't let Rutgers get easy baskets. Their defense has been playing great. See if they can get the ball inside to Golden. He's been that player all night. And if they can just slow it down and get good looks, Michigan should have what it takes, hopefully.
78-76 Rutgers, 2:45 to play here in the second half. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan.
And on the Rutgers side, talked about it earlier, the guys outside of Bailey and Harper stepping up. But you can see now that we're getting into the late game. Now these guys have struggled a bit. The outside supporting cast has struggled in the second half. I think the ball is going to be hitting the hands of Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey been a little inefficient this second half, not creating yet a great look right there. Missed it. But it's a question of, can Harper and Bailey put the Wolverines away? They have the talent to do so. It's just a matter of whether they're going to make their shots.
Scarlet Knights now sit at 9 for 24 from three-point land. Their shooting splits half to half are hugely different. Second half, they're at 24% from the field, 11% from downtown, just 1 for 9. In the first half, those numbers were 67.7 from the field, 53% from downtown. Things have sort of petered out to where they normally stand on average, and this second half, Michigan has stormed back. They're down 2.
You expected their shoot numbers to fall off a little bit, at least from that ridiculous pace they were shooting at in the first half. Not necessarily to this level, but as you mentioned, the averages make sense. And to Michigan's advantage, they're used to these close games. They've been playing in these all year, especially in Big Ten play recently, and they're a team that's comfortable playing in these close late game situations. It's just a matter of whether they have another one in them, whether they can close this one out tonight.
We'll get back to it here. 78-76 Rutgers, 2:45 to play. It's Michigan basketball in the half court. On the floor for Michigan, Namari Burnett, LJ Kaysen, Trey Donaldson, Danny Wolf, and Vlad Golden. Kaysen up to 24 minutes for the Scarlet Knights. Davis, Harper, Bailey, Somerville, and Williams. Namari Burnett will trigger it in right in front of his head coach, Dusty May. And gets it to Donaldson. Now over to Wolf. One more over to Namari Burnett on the left wing. Now gives it to Golden. He'll spin around for the left elbow. Drive in, and nobody stops him. Elevates and punches it down with his right hand. We are tied once more. 78 all, 2:30 to play.
Beautiful fake jab into a spin. Got himself wide open for the dunk.
It's with Dylan Harper playing with 4 fouls. He's on the left wing. Namari Burnett on him. Gets a screen from Somerville. Golden hedges it. Kick into the corner. Open three-pointer Williams. Too short. Rebound Namari Burnett. 78 all, 2:09 to play. Danny Wolf will bring it up. Ace Bailey matches up with him at half court. Wolf fires it over to LJ Kaysen on the right side of the logo. Now up to Donaldson. He'll set things up here. 2 minutes to play, tied at 78. Donaldson gets a screen from Wolf. Now on the left wing with Dylan Harper on him. Up top, Wolf. Gets a screen from Golden to his right. In and out dribble. Crossover move. Steps back. Kicks it Burnett. Left wing. Drives toward the baseline. Plays off 2 feet. Kicks it out. Wolf has to fire. Shot clock expires. Missed it off the glass, then off the rim, way off right side. Still tied 78 all. A minute 36 to play here in the second half. Dylan Harper has it up top. Now over to Ace Bailey, left wing. Gets a screen from Davis. Donaldson switched on to Bailey. Size mismatch for Ace Bailey. He backs in and is fouled. Trey Donaldson pulled the chair out from under Bailey as he was backing him down. Bailey fell to the floor. Foul on Trey Donaldson. Team foul number 6 on Michigan. 78 all, a minute 27 to play. Rutgers scoring drought of 2 minutes and 50 seconds here. Michigan, on the other hand, 5 for their last 7 from the field. Rutgers will get it into to Harper in the lane. He'll kick it out to a long 2 on the baseline. No good for Somerville. Short corner jumper. Michigan will take that all day. 78-78, a minute 14 to play. Donaldson into the front court for Michigan. Tossed to Wolf on the right wing. He has a Golden screen to his left. He uses it, drives down the left alley, stops, puts it up, and he got fouled by Ace Bailey. Foul number 3 on Ace Bailey. 12th team foul on Rutgers. And Danny Wolf will shoot a pair here. He missed his last pair. 0 for 2 in the double bonus. Earns himself 2 more. Tie game, 78 all. If he makes 1, Michigan would have their first lead since 6:26 to play in the first half.
Since the last break, talked about Rutgers maybe looking more to Bailey and Harper. They haven't taken a shot yet. Playing exactly into Michigan's hands. That's what they want. Somerville forcing Somerville miss, forcing a Williams miss as well.
Danny Wolf takes 3 dribbles, comes set, bends the knees. First free throw is no good. Got the front iron and then the side iron. Bounced 2 times, wouldn't go. Wolf misses the free throw. That's 3 misses in a row for Wolf. He's 1 for 5 at the stripe today. 62% on the year. 78 all, a minute 05 to play. Second free throw for Wolf is good, and Michigan has their first lead of the second half. 79-78 Michigan, a minute 05 to play. Williams will inbound it to Harper. LJ Kaysen has played 25 minutes, a career high for the freshman. He guards a fellow freshman phenom and Dylan Harper at the logo. Under a minute to play, Michigan by 1. Harper around a screen. Golden hedges it, back up top, Bailey. Wolf on him. Bailey, ball in his right hand, drives down the right side, pump fakes, turns around, fadeaway, shot is good. Tough bucket for Ace Bailey. Rutgers leads 80-79, 43 seconds to play.
Beautiful bucket there by Bailey. Nice turnaround on Wolf. Easy floater.
Donaldson has it up top. Behind the back dribble, now crossover on Williams. Drives inside, down the right lane, banks it home. Trey Donaldson gives Michigan the lead right back. 81-80 Wolverines.
And Trey Donaldson has awoken. Great move there, and a very capable defender in Jeremiah Williams. Donaldson has been the guy that's been quiet, been a little invisible, struggled against these hounding guard defenders. But he figured it out there. Great little crossover into an easy lay.
81-80 Michigan, 31.1. Dusty May took a timeout. Michigan has 1 timeout remaining. Rutgers has 2 timeouts remaining. Michigan in the double bonus. 16 fouls on the Wolverines, so the next one on Michigan will put Rutgers into the single bonus.
And right here, if you're Rutgers, get the ball into Dylan Harper's hands. Michigan's done a very good job guarding him recently. Kaysen's been pretty strong defensively, not giving him the room he wants. If you're Rutgers, get Harper the ball, get a screen from Somerville, see if you can either get him on the roll or Harper on the attack. That's be their best look.
81-80 here in the Chrysler Center. 31.1 to play in the second half. Both teams back out on the floor for Michigan. Gale Jr., Donaldson, LJ Kaysen, a career-high 26 minutes. Wolf and Golden. For Rutgers, it's Williams, Harper, Somerville, Bailey, and Tyson Akoff. And LJ Kaysen will guard Dylan Harper the full length of the floor. All 94 feet of duty for LJ Kaysen. It's into Harper. Clock ticking, 25 seconds to play. Rutgers down by 1. Up top, Bailey. In and out dribble off a screen. Roddy Gale Jr. sticks with him. Bounce pass to Williams. He just is able to hold on to it. Crossover on Wolf. Pump fakes at the right elbow. Kicks it out to Akoff. He'll fire a right wing 3. No good off the heel, but he was fouled by Trey Donaldson. And Tyson Akoff will shoot 3 free throws. His team trails 81-80 to the Wolverines. 12.2 to play here in Ann Arbor.
And Trey Donaldson with a massive mistake there, a little overzealous. Michigan forced him to take the look they wanted. A contested 3 for Tyson Akoff. Not Harper, not Bailey. But Donaldson jumps too far, and now he's going to get 3 free throws.
Tyson Akoff on the season, 76% shooter. Bends the knees, first free throw off the back iron, no good. Damari Burnett will check in for Roddy Gale Jr. for the offensive side for Michigan. Michigan by 1, 2 more free throws for Akoff, 12.2 to play. Akoff, Detroit native, high school ball at Cass Tech, back in his home state with a loud crowd that wants him to miss. Shimmies the shoulders, second free throw, he got it, tie game, 81 all, 12.2 to play. Akoff can give Rutgers the lead here. He got fouled shooting a 3-pointer by Trey Donaldson. 81-81, here comes the third free throw, 12.2 to play. Couple of dribbles, spins the ball in his hands. Here's the free throw, he got it. 2 of 3 for Akoff. Rutgers leads 82-81, 12.2 to play.
Tyson Acuff, the local kid, as you mentioned, played at Eastern Michigan for a bunch of years, one of the top scorers in college basketball last year. Been quiet this year, only averaging 4.7 a game, but he made it count.
It's into Donaldson. He'll push it up. 10 on the clock. Shot clock dark. Burnett nearly turned it over at the right wing off the catch. 5 seconds for Donaldson. Use the golden screen and timeout Dusty May. Right now there's 3.3 on the clock. Donaldson threw it to Burnett on the right wing. He stumbled on the catch, nearly traveled, had to throw it back to Donaldson, who wasn't able to get inside the three-point arc. 10 seconds run off for Michigan. The ball does not enter the arc. They'll have it in the half court with 3.3. They might take a look and see how many seconds are on the clock here when Dusty May called timeout, but it can't be more than around 4. Michigan down by 1.
Poor coaching there by Dusty May. Felt like they probably should have called the timeout before that possession started. Waited a little too long. Now you got 3 seconds left. You just got to create something immediately. Look to one of your shooters. Might be Burnett. It's hard to tell what to do right here for the Wolverines. You got 3 left on the clock. Got to throw up something. Hope it works out.
Any foul gives Michigan 2 free throws. You've got to think 3.3 seconds. You have enough time to go to the hoop here.
Yes, for sure. Michigan's able to save themselves by at least calling timeout with enough time to be able to create something. It seemed like that possession was going nowhere. But for Michigan, a team that's almost found their place in late game situations throughout this season, throughout Big Ten play, making a lot of mistakes down the stretch here. The foul on Donaldson, the no timeout call, not really getting into a true set there offensively. Now they only have 3 seconds to bail themselves out and prevent what would be a pretty upsetting loss as they're trying to remain at the top of the Big Ten regular season play. Don't want to lose here to Rutgers at home.
They put 0.3 of a second back on, so 3.6 seconds for the Michigan Wolverines. They trail 82-81 with the ball in the half court. Roddy Gill Jr. will be the inbounder. Vlad Golden at the nail. Danny Wolf left wing. Damari Burnett left corner. Trey Donaldson on the left block. Looks like a 2-3 zone look right now shown by Rutgers on this inbound. Gill Jr., the man to get it in for Michigan. And now Rutgers takes a timeout. Steve Peichel had 2 remaining. He takes one of them. He saw Michigan's look. He'll think things over here.
I have a feeling this play might go to Danny Wolf. He's been that guy for Michigan all year. I wonder if they're going to use him as the closer.
It is interesting to me that Gill Jr. is the inbounder here. Donaldson's on the floor. He could be an option as well, or a decoy from Wolf. And Gill Jr., not a guy you really expect to have the ball in his hands at this moment, but he'll have to make the right decision if he is indeed still the inbounder after this timeout by Steve Peichel.
There's been at least one situation tonight where he struggled on that inbound, led to a turnover. Needs to be confident, capable.
Dylan Grant went to the scorer's table. It looked like he'll check in for this Rutgers defensive set here. 82 Rutgers, 81 Michigan. 3.6 to go here in the second half.
There's 3.6 seconds right here. Might be what determines Rutgers' season. Their tournament chances, hanging on a thread, need to win this game against Michigan. They played incredibly here tonight. 3.6 seconds to keep their season alive. See if they can do it.
Dylan Grant is back in there on defense for Rutgers. They'll go man-to-man this time. He'll guard the inbounder, Roddy Gill Jr. This time it's Golden at the nail. Donaldson left corner. Damari Burnett right block. Danny Wolf left block. Gill Jr. has 5 seconds to get it in. He surveys, gets it into Wolf up top. Wolf nearly fouled. Out to Burnett, away, downtown three-pointer. He got it! He got it! Damari Burnett from about 38 feet. This game is over! 84-82 Michigan.
Damari Burnett from way downtown. Michigan had nowhere to go with it. Wolf completely stymied, passes it back to Burnett, and Burnett from way downtown makes Rutgers pay, and that was a special one.
Holy cow! I mean, that's just a miracle of a heave. Wolf got totally trapped, just threw it to Burnett way downtown. Not the shot you wanted, But how about Namari Burnett for Michigan? Wolverines win by 2. And look, I mean, I love that it's that man right there. I mean, Namari Burnett stuck it out, stayed in a head coaching change, and he just hit one of the biggest shots of the season for Michigan.
And he's been incredible tonight, 20 points. But that's the biggest shot he's ever hit as a Wolverine. I like how Michigan was able to get him in the catch-and-shoot situation. Got the ball into his hands, got to step into the jump shot, but that was just money. Namari Burnett.
Are you kidding me? Oh, man, I don't know where to go from here.
Somewhat reminiscent of the shot Michigan had 2 years ago. Hunter Dickinson's buzzer beater 3 against Wisconsin, just from way downtown. Dickinson's shot was a little bit more of a heave. That time Michigan, it was deep, but they got him into the catch-and-shoot position, and it was just money.
Oh, man. It looked good off his hand, got nothing but the bottom of the net. And Namari Burnett wins this thing for Michigan, 84-82.
And a special season for the Wolverines, full of special moments. But that really so far has been just like the pinnacle Michigan basketball moment in the Dusty May era. Namari Burnett, unbelievable.
My goodness. Former WCBN member Zach Linfield, host here, interviewing Burnett post-game on the floor. But man, oh man, that's a big-time shot for Namari Burnett. Bill Raftery would have called onions.
Those who stay. Those who stay. Namari Burnett chose to stick around, part of a terrible Michigan team last year, stuck it out, gave it another shot with Dusty May, and he's been special this year, such a key cog of this team, and that's his premier moment as a Michigan Wolverine.
What a season this has been for Namari Burnett and these Wolverines. And look, you said it right before that last possession that Rutgers' season somewhat hinged in the balance on this one. Still want to stick with Michigan for the moment, but this is a really good win for Michigan. Pick up a little momentum, leave here with a lot of really good vibes, for a lack of a better word, before you roll on to a tough final stretch of Illinois, Maryland, and at Michigan State.
And Michigan just keeps doing what they're doing all year, just pulling a complete magician's act at the end. In games that don't even deserve to win, just finding a way to win late. And it finally seemed like tonight, maybe they're going to beat their match. Maybe this is the situation where they don't have what it takes in the late game. And all it took was one big shot from Namari Burnett to forget about all of that. Huge, huge win. Stop the bleeding from the Michigan State game in a difficult Nebraska. Get themselves back in the win column for the second straight game. And this team just, they piece it together at the end every time somehow. Starting to become somewhat of a theme.
And how about this Michigan defense in the second half? Rutgers won the first half 57-49. In the second half, Michigan won it 35-25. All Rutgers could muster in the second half. And also have to mention L.J. Kaysen played a career-high 26 minutes. He was in there the whole way down the stretch, bothering Dylan Harper. Big-time game for the freshman to step up on the defensive side of the ball and give Michigan a boost in the second half.
And the scoring numbers haven't reflected it yet, but this is a guy that Michigan's really high on. Project him to continue playing for this team at a high level. But what he's been bringing recently is high-level defensive play, high-energy guy. And tonight they tasked him a little more, making him work 26 minutes out there, and he hounded Dylan Harper till the very last second.
How about this win for the Michigan Wolverines? 84 Michigan, 82 Rutgers. Running to the box score real quick if you weren't with us the whole way. For Michigan, Namari Burnett and Vlad Golden led the way. Golden with 22, Burnett finished with 20, including the buzzer beater. Cheddar with 16, 10 for Danny Wolf, 5 apiece for Donaldson, Gale Jr., and Kaysen, 1 for Justin Pippen, all over the place here, Layden. For Rutgers, Dylan Harper with 17, Lathan Somerville also with 17, Acuff with 16, Ace Bailey with 13, 8 for Jeremiah Williams, 5 for Jamichael Davis, 3 for Martini, 2 for Grant, 1 for Dortch. But end of the day, the biggest shot of the night belonged to Namari Burnett. He buried, 38, 40 feet out there to send Rutgers packing here in Ann Arbor.
Namari Burnett, part of what makes his three-point package so special is that quick release. He gets it right up top, all the way up by his head and get it off immediately. And right there, they needed to get off a shot quick, and that's exactly what he did. I mean, unfazed by the big moment.
How about this ball game? I mean, Rutgers led for nearly the entire second half. Michigan came back, made it tight late. Amari Burnett with a bailout 3 at the buzzer. Michigan by 2. Max, any final thoughts to put a bow on this one?
Just a crazy game of basketball. That first half, you saw Rutgers put up one of the greatest scoring halves of college basketball I think I've ever seen. Everything was falling for them. Totally unexpected. But Michigan rebounded the second half. They found their place defensively with Golden really as an anchor. And in the end, it just came down to that one shot, and Burnett stepped up in the big moment.
That he did, and that'll do it for us here at WCBN Sports. TJ Fossmeyer, James Meninga had the first half. Pleasure to have Max Schwartz alongside me for the second half. 84-82 Michigan win at the Horn. Amari Burnett, the hero tonight in Ann Arbor. Thank you for joining us for this one. And for now, I'm Alex Miller saying so long, and we'll leave you as we always do with a good night and a go blue. How about this win, folks? See you later.